10DLC is king of the messaging channels. And if you're sending 10DLC traffic on Signal House, it's like having a full gauntlet of Infinity Stones, all 20 of the rings of power and dragons in Westeros. And if you didn't get any of those references, what I'm saying is that our 10DLC beats any other 10DLC from these legacy carriers like Twilio, Telnyx, Vonage, Plevo, Bandwidth. We knock them out of the park. And in today's video, I'm going to tell you exactly why 10DLC is king and why 10DLC on Signal House beats all of the competition. Hi, my name's Will Craig. I'm a co-founder of a company called Signal House. We specialize in 10DLC application to person messaging, and we do it for businesses that are CRM systems or marketing platforms. That is our bread and butter because that's where we cut our teeth for a decade before we started Signal House. So we know exactly what you need and what features and functionality are right for you and your business. But we can transmit any message from an application to a person. That's what the A2P in 10DLC A2P stands for. Now, 10DLC refers to 10-digit long code. These are the phone numbers that we are all familiar with, where the first 3 digits corresponds to a local area code within the United States. So without further ado, let's go ahead and jump into exactly why 10DLC is king. So let's first talk about how 10DLC is better than the other channels that most people know about: toll-free and short code. 10DLC is going to be way more personalized than either of them. Toll-free numbers are still a 10-digit number, but the first 3 digits don't correspond to a local area code. They're national numbers. So those numbers are going to feel impersonal. A lot of people won't even know that you can respond to it. And don't even get me started when it comes to short code. No one knows that you can respond to a short code. It's not natural. It doesn't feel personalized and it doesn't feel conversational. So if response rates are important to your business and understanding if your marketing outreach is reaching your customers and they're engaging with them through raising their hand by responding, toll-free and short code are not going to be the solutions for you. Now, when it comes to short code and toll-free, both 10DLC is also going to be cheaper. So the bang for the buck's better because ROI, there's an ROI attached to every single message that you send. And when you're getting higher response rates, higher engagement rates, people are actually opening and reading your messages, that ROI is going to be higher. It's also the cheapest messaging though. The phone numbers and the registration process is going to be cheaper than it is for any of the others. Short codes could be thousands of dollars a month. It depends on whether or not it's a vanity short code. But even if it's not, even if it's just a random set of 5 or 6 characters, it is still going to be expensive. What about protection? With 10DLC, you get slaps on the wrist and you also get what I call timeouts in the form of carrier flags. So this is going to be lower deliverability for a specific period of time. That can increase the periods of time if bad habits continue to occur. And ultimately, it can lead to a block of your entire EIN or your campaign getting shut down. With toll-free and short code, that's not the case. If there is any traffic or any complaints, that can just disappear immediately. Twilio owns the entire toll-free network. And so toll-free is going to be under their umbrella. And they are so conservative when it comes to compliance. They're going to shut it down immediately. And the approval process to get it turned back on is incredibly obtuse and difficult. You're going to go days, perhaps weeks, maybe a month without having your service. And if your telephone line is your business, which for a lot of companies out there it is, this is not the solution for you. Now, short code's going to be the same way. If there's any complaints, if you don't have an opt-out on a single message, someone made a mistake when they sent something out, your short code is going to be disabled. And that is not something that you want. Now let's talk about throughput. Throughput on a short code is going to be higher, but you're also going to be paying for that throughput. And you can get extremely high throughput on a single 10DLC or a group of 10DLC numbers without paying an insane amount of money for it. And toll-free is the same way. Without going through a ton of additional processes and paying a lot of money, your toll-free number is going to have low throughput. It's a common misconception. 10DLC at a baseline with a standard campaign is going to have better throughput than a toll-free number. It's just a fact. Now that we know that 10DLC is king, who do you use for 10DLC? Do I just go to a legacy carrier like a Twilio or a Telnyx or a Bandwidth or a Plevo or a Vonage? No, you use a modern CPaaS or a modern modern tier 2 aggregator like Signal House. And let me tell you why. The first one is that these legacy carriers all have extremely restrictive content filtering. That means that yes, if you launch a campaign on Twilio and a campaign on Signal House, your campaign on Signal House will naturally have higher deliverability because Twilio is going to throttle your messages and filter out your messages. And here's a secret, the other legacy carriers do exactly the same thing. It's because they don't want to invest upfront into KYC or know your customer and KYB or know the customer's businesses that they are registering. And especially if you're a reseller, it's very important that your messaging provider knows everything about you so they do not have to have strict content filtering. We do that process up front. We learn about you and your business. And yes, we do have protections in place in case there's an account takeover and someone tries to send out terrible traffic on your phone number. That rarely happens ever, but we do have protections in place for that to protect you. What we don't do is arbitrarily filter out your conversational messages. These other legacy carriers don't want conversational traffic on their network. They want single updates of account notifications. Hey, person first name, your table is ready. That's all the traffic they want. If you're a marketer, if you're doing conversational messages to grow your business and grow the influence that your business has, these legacy carriers are not your friend and they will not support your traffic. You have low deliverability rates and you'll also have message throttling. What is that? That is where your messaging provider tells you that you get to send X amount of messages per 10 seconds or per minute. Now, here's the thing though, is that those are arbitrarily lower than what you should get on your campaign. This is a way that these legacy carriers want to make sure that they don't have spikes in their traffic throughout the day that they have to spend higher amounts for on their infrastructure. We, however, think that you should get the throughput that you paid for. So if your campaign is able to send out 4,500 messages per minute with AT&T, which by the way, you absolutely can do on a single phone number with 10DLC through a process called standard vetting that our team can guide you through, that is going to be arbitrarily throttled. They won't let you send out all of that traffic because they don't want 100 customers doing that all at once because it's going to have to scale up their systems and it's going to be more expensive for them. We, again, on the other hand, don't do that. If you have 200,000 daily segments that you can send out with T-Mobile and you want to send it out in 5 minutes, that's great. Go ahead and do it. We are not going to throttle your messages beyond what the carriers will. We will protect you from sending more than the carriers allow and having failed messages just because you're exceeding rate limits that the carrier set, but we are not going to impose any additional rate limiting on you. And then for the other things that make Signal House great, I want to show you our platform and show you our portal so I can show you exactly what those things are. Things like data visibility and transparency and how quick we can get your campaigns approved and what that process actually looks like, because we are built for businesses. We are built for you. We are built for developers and for consumers. These legacy carriers are only built for developers. Their front-end portals are frankly terrible, hard to navigate, takes forever to load, and it's very obtuse. We are intuitive from the ground up. And let me show you exactly what I mean. All right, here we are on the Signal House dashboard. And the first thing that I want to show you is that all of these metrics and data is all at your fingertips. The main thing that we want to do is surround you with data, surround you with information, and do it in an intuitive way so that you always know how your messages are doing. So here we can see we show your messages, your delivery rate, your opt-out rate, your response rate. Again, extremely high response rate on a 10DLC. Have you ever seen 45% response rate on a toll-free? I guarantee that you haven't. What about short code? Guarantee that you haven't. On a 10DLC, you get this. So here's our dashboard, but that's not where it stops. Our analytics as well. We're showing you all of this data instantly. It loads very snappy. It's easy to navigate around the platform, and you are able to see all of these metrics that matter for you. You want to know why your messages failed? Click the failure rate. Go down here. See what carriers that you're failing on. Come down here to the logs. See exactly what this is. You can do all of this directly within the Signal House portal in just a few clicks. You know the health of your business because you know the health of the messaging that is powering your business growth. And again, each of these things that we click, it is going to change the boxes that we see. So we're going to see metrics by date, by number, by carrier. We're going to show you all of that data here. We're going to show you the logs here. You can see here that we have our Signal House branded link shortener that we can put in your 10DLC messages, and it will show you, has someone clicked on this link? yes or no. What is the click-through rate? What is the non-opt-out response rate? All of this you can see directly from within the analytics. Okay, so what I want to show you now is what sets us apart from the legacy carriers when it comes to the application to person approval process. This can be a little bit challenging for businesses, and so we want to make it easy for you. So in here, when I go to create a brand, I first select a subgroup. This is analogous to Twilio sub accounts. We want to make it very easy for anyone on Twilio or any other platform that has that kind of hierarchy to transfer over to us. It's very simple, very intuitive. So I'm going to type in the legal company name. And the moment that I do, we can see this pop up down here. This is for the small and medium-sized businesses that work with us that can't update their own website. You can use our compliant 10DLC landing page as your dedicated landing page for this campaign. It's going to get approved. We have a first time approval rating of over 99%. And I know that that sounds too good to be true, but it is real. Over 99% first time approval rate. And it happens rapidly. We have approvals for 10DLC A2P in just 48 hours. I swear to you, just 48 hours. We have a dedicated SLA with our carrier partner who we have an exceptional relationship with. They're the same ones that helped us craft these landing pages so that you get approved quickly, because we know that speed, reliability, and transparency is what matters to you. So I'm going to come in here. I'm going to put all this information in. Put in a number for my EIN, grab an address here, and now I am ready to craft this landing page. So I'm going to say that Signal House is a messaging provider. I can tweak all of these colors if I want to. You can customize this as much as you want. For this demonstration though, I won't do that. And then I'm going to grab a image from my computer. So I'm going to grab this. I'm going to crop it. I'm going to click this button here. This is where you can take all the leads that sign up on this form and you can send it directly back to your platform. So people sign up, they consent. It's now in your CRM. You message them, you have that consent record. It's compliance made easy. I click next. I now have a fully compliant 10DLC landing page. And when we submit a campaign with this, it's actually going to update these checkboxes and this description to reflect whatever our campaign use case is. If it's marketing and customer care, you're going to see two checkboxes here. One for the marketing, one for non-marketing. It's fully compliant. Same with our privacy policy. We have our SMS disclaimer. We have that we don't share data to third parties for marketing promotional purposes. It is a provable and compliant. So back here in our portal, all I have to do is click submit. This is going to automatically do all this for me. I just have to grab a vertical type and a phone number. It's taken me just a couple minutes here, you've seen, to create this brand. Now I'm going to click submit. Well, I won't actually do it because this is a demonstration and that's a fake EIN, obviously, but it's going to take 2 to 3 minutes for this brand to get approved. Now let's just pretend that we have an approved brand and ignore these Signal House rejected here. This is just sample ones that we've created. So I'm going to grab this brand. We'll pretend that this is the one that I just submitted. I'm going to select a campaign type. Let's say that I want that 4,500 SMS segments per minute with AT&T and 200,000 daily segments for T-Mobile. I want high throughput traffic on a 10DLC number. I'm going to go standard. Customer care and marketing, always recommend having both of these use cases if you're ever going to send marketing messages. These two are going to cover 99.99% of all of the messages that you send out. Not direct lending, not alcohol, tobacco, etc. So I'm going to come in here. I am going to grab a phone number. And then all I have to do is click submit. And it's because we have automated this campaign process for you. How many times have you had to copy and paste information either into TCR if you are a CSP yourself? And if you don't know those acronyms, don't worry about it. Or on Twilio, Bandwidth, Vonage, these legacy carriers that are old, that aren't built for modern businesses. How many times have you had to copy and paste things and just not exactly know what to put? Cross your fingers, hope it gets approved. Not with Signal House. We automate this process for you. We automate the description based on your use cases. We automate the call to action and message flow, again, based on your use cases. Same with sample messages. Feel free to adjust these if you want to, but if they are perfect for your business, keep them exactly the way they are. Same with the opt-in, same with the opt-out. All of this is done for you. The embedded link, we already have our Signal House link shortener in here to register that link with this campaign as well. All I have to do is click submit. When I do, this is going to show up here, Signal House Review. Our team's going to do a quality assurance test on it, make sure it all looks good. And then they are going to approve it, send it upstream, and it's going to get approved in 48 hours. You are going to be sending traffic that quickly. It is that quick, that fast with Signal House. If you want to learn more about Signal House, reach out to sales@signalhouse.io or visit our website, signalhouse.io. We also post videos continuously on our YouTube channel. If you want to learn more, go there. You'll find a ton of content all about 10DLC A2P, and we hope to see you in the next one. Thanks so much.